Good morning, everyone. It's Jason here with Infinity Property Group at Keller Williams Realty. I've been talking about some different topics as of late, most of them around buying a property, becoming landlord. But I wanted to touch base about something that is near and dear to whether you're a tenant or you own property, and it's electric bill and the high cost of that. I just got mine the other day, and let's just say I had to sit down. So here's some great ways to save some money, and it doesn't matter if you have $5 in the bank or if you have 5 million. We could all do our part and tighten our belts to reduce the amount of energy that we use. And a wonderful byproduct is, of course, saving money as well. My grandmother's favorite line when I was a kid was, I would say, "Grandma, it's cold," and she'd say, "Put on a jacket." Now, I got to tell you, the thermostat never moved an inch past 68 in our house during the winter because even as a kid, the electric, the price was so expensive even back then. So most folks who I talk to have already done the first few steps of tightening up their home. They've done caulking around the windows and doors, weather stripping on the windows and, of course, the doors again, adding insulation, even blinds and drapes. So let's take it a step further and see where else we can cut some costs. So one of the really cool things nowadays is that there's some really wicked awesome gadgets out there that you can use to help automate the energy savings in your house. So for example, things such as programmable thermostats, and these devices are pretty cool because they actually learn the patterns that you have. So for example, they'll heat and cool according to when you leave for work, when you come home, when you're sleeping, and they'll adjust it appropriately so that you're not heating the house when no one's there or cooling the house when no one's there. You can also do programmable light switches, alarm systems. You can even program your window blinds to close automatically depending on, and awnings as well, depending on when the sun's out. Me as a person, I enjoy the movement of air, and so I'm a big proponent of ceiling fans. Ceiling fans actually can be used all year round. Obviously, they have reversible directions. So in the summertime, you have the direction going so that it pushes the air around, and in the winter, you actually reverse it so that it pushes because hot air rises, cold air falls. You reverse it so that it pushes the hot air down. Once you install a fan, there's lights in those fans. Well, there's light bulbs all over the house. Something I've been doing is switching over to LED or compact fluorescent. They're pricey. They're much more expensive than a regular incandescent light bulb. However, they last longer, and the energy savings is far superior over regular incandescent light bulbs. So it's a great way. So as the light bulbs burn out, go ahead and replace them. Or you may want to just tackle a room at a time. Tackle the bathroom, then tackle the living room, tackle the kitchen. Speaking of the kitchen, appliances. There's a lot of really great rebates out there to upgrade your appliances. I recently, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago, bought a new washer and dryer. I actually saw the energy in the water usage just on the next bill dramatically decrease. It was absolutely amazing. Not only that, where I live in Los Angeles, there's also a rebate that I was able to apply for because I bought specific washer and dryer that was on their special list, and I actually got, I think the washer I got $400 back, and I think the dryer I got $500 or $600 back. So it almost paid for itself. Talking about energy costs, one of the biggest things is we all have them. Our phones, well, they all plug into something, and we usually leave those plugs plugged in. And even when the appliance isn't plugged in, so even when our phone's not plugged in, but the actual wall charger is, our computers, TV, home theater systems, they all draw power, even if they're switched off. Now, there are some devices out there, some power strips out there that I know Monster Cable makes one where it actually, until you turn on the main device, for example, the TV, the rest of the outlets are absolutely dead. So it limits the amount of drain that it pulls. Hot water is one of the biggest drainers of energy. So most of us have those big, round, ugly tanks that take up a ton of room. And they could be anywhere from 75 to 300 gallons, depending on the size of your home. The water in there is heated all day long to maintain a certain temperature. Think of the energy costs that it takes to run those things, regardless of whether it's gas or electricity. Swap that out to a tankless hot water heater. The cool thing about tankless, they're smaller. They can fit into a closet. And not only that, they only heat water when it's on demand. So when you turn on the tap or turn on the shower, that's when it heats the water. It doesn't maintain a tank filled with 200 gallons of water that it maintains the heat at a certain temperature all day long. I touched on this a little bit earlier. Doing simple things that can help dramatically decrease your energy cost and the electricity that you pay. Simple things like opening the windows at night when the temperature is lower or when it's cooler. Closing your blinds during the day to keep that sun out. It helps to maintain a pleasant temperature in the house so that your air conditioning and heating, they don't have to work as hard. This next topic I'm still kind of on the fence about. A lot of folks are going solar. There's a lot of incentives and rebates for doing this. And as a real estate professional, I still, like I said, I'm on the fence whether solar systems and the expense, if they add any value to your property. Actually, most cases they don't. And actually, most of the time it's actually a liability. And I can get into that more if you have questions about it. Part of me loves the idea of using the sun for energy, and the other part of me still doesn't know over the long haul if it's actually worth it. We've talked about some really expensive things to do. There's also really inexpensive, such as changing your heating and air conditioning filters on a regular basis, washing your clothes in cold water. Everything I mentioned is not very challenging to do, and some can be done for little or no money at all. And it requires a little bit of investment in time, but the savings outweighs the investment. So any questions more about how to save money on electric bills, save water, give me a call. Anything about real estate, reach out to me. Any way that we can be of service, we're here for you. Of course, my number directly, 774-696-4293, or you can email me, jason@kwipg.com. Look forward to all the questions and comments, and see you on the next segment.